Okay, another slideshow for you. And I crashed a little bit. Let me back up a little bit. All right. So here it is with the Iconics. It's a 2.2 thing. Now, you will see a little vignetting when I have it on, okay? When I magnify. So let me move this over here. Go to the next image, and that's with it off. There's Wanda, and that's normal. So this is with the hood from Haoge or Haoge, I don't know. It's with the UV filter on, okay? And I was inside taking pictures. Same thing with the DJI, and this is with the Iconics 2.2X, and then of course that's without it. And if I go back here, you can't really see it, but there is a little vignetting. But went outside with the 2.2, and there is some barrel distortion at the corners. So look at this fence bend right here. Looks like it's bending in and bending down, and look at the trees. Okay, so when you do use it, there is a little bending portion, and it's for a 1-inch sensor, 1.7-inch sensor. Okay, it's not for an APS-C sensor like you got right here. And of course you can get a close-up to my post with the rock and cement all mixed together, and then you can get some close shots. Okay, and as you can see a little warping down at the left corner right here. There is a little vignette there, but you see it's sharp in the center, and then it just trails off around the corners, and you can see it bend right here. So that's the one thing you have to look for when you have magnifying lens. Yeah, it's good for close-up shots for the center and stuff, but when you get the wider shots, forget about it. But I wanted to show you that. So you can see the crepe myrtles. We're just going to pay attention to the middle now. And I'm doing different shots. This is where you can see the vignetting real good. If I move myself out, put it like over here, you can see it in here, here. So it's pretty bad. And I was moving the camera. So sometimes when you move the camera, I don't think I had the stabilization on. All right. Let me put it back. I'm going to go back right here. Okay. And I'm going to go back over here. Somehow it got messed up. But as you can see a little vignetting, but the pictures look pretty good. Take 2 or 3 and you'll get different looks. You can see that I'm still using the lens. So on the left hand side of the shed looks distorted, and the right side of the shed looks distorted, but inside, okay. But with a 40 megapixel camera. Yeah, let me do it this way. Yeah. See? Isn't that neat? Now, there is a little lens flare when you do use it. And then, of course, I took some shots of the magnolia in the shade with the mosquitoes biting. So if you do the garden off, even after they bite you, it removes the string or the sting. What they do is they suck your blood, and then the holes bring in oxygen, which messes with the nerves as the blood is trying to fill back into that area. So with this off product, I think it's Garden, I forget what it's called. It kind of seals up the pores where they bit you, so that way you don't feel the itching as much. And I forgot that it rained pretty hard this past few weeks. Now, I took the thing off, okay? And as you can see, this is with the lens hood and the UV filter. I see no vignetting, and the pictures look fantastic. And yeah, something's wrong. Oh, I'm missing my comments. That's why I took them off. Okay. Well, anyway, let's see what happens if I. No. For some reason, the picture looks a little off, but you can't see it on the monitor, okay, on the TV. I'm using the wrong button. But look at here, Mr. Peekaboo, okay? So if you go back here, I think, yeah. He has a friend, by the way, okay? So there he is, my nemesis. Yeah. I heard him climbing off the shed. I said, yeah, there he is. And I'm going to have to look at, and there he is climbing. Yeah, I don't see him on that one. And you see, got a good shot. And then you can close in on him. Look how sharp and clear that is. All right, it is pixelating a little bit, but still, that's a good shot. And look at his back. All right, if you ever get close to a squirrel, you can see stuff like that. That looks a little bit better. And I think he has a friend. I don't know if he's in this picture. But anyway. And you can do macro shots. Plus, you can do 50 millimeter and 70 millimeter. Okay? Look at that. 70 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 35. So with the lens hood and the filter, it's excellent. I'm pretty happy with it. See, 35, 50, 70 millimeters. There's my dog at 70 millimeters. 70, 50, 35. And I'm going to cut those branches. But I'll do that in the morning when the mosquitoes are gone. And then the crepe myrtle without the 2.2 magnifying lens. No distortion. Everything looks fantastic. Even got a shot of the clouds forming in the north, coming my way. And the pictures are pretty good. If I move myself to the next one, okay, if I move out, gotta move the mouse here. See, there she is. So Let's get back here. Now, 35 millimeters. You see that crepe myrtle? Right about here, okay? Watch that. 35 millimeters. 50 millimeters. 75. And let's close on in. That looks pretty sharp, folks. And this is a 40 megapixel camera, but you see, do that. There we go. That's a pretty good shot also. And of course, my crepe myrtle is blooming like crazy. 70, 50, 35 millimeters. Yeah, I got a couple of shots. And then wanted to see if there's any lens flaring. There's no lens flaring with the UV filter. Okay. Every image was sharp. Excellent. And I think I will end it on that. So this is the Haoge. I want to say Haoge or something like that, okay? Or Haoge. They have a UV filter. I got a silver lens cover coming for that front hood and UV filter. And then I'm also getting a CPL filter that can screw into the lens hood. So I'm gonna, the polarizer, I'm gonna be doing a lot of reflections and stuff like that. So that's gonna come in handy. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.